What is up, y'all? My name is Cameron. Welcome back to the True Wildlife YouTube channel. And today we're down here on the Texas coast and we're gonna be going after something a little bit different. This is a little different style video for you guys because today we're gonna be trying to catch these things. These crazy looking chrome fish with those crazy vampire teeth are called ribbon fish or Atlantic cutlass fish. They're super fun to catch, really neat looking, obviously, as you can tell, and they make a great offshore bait. We've been going offshore a lot this year and we need to get us some bait so we can head out soon and go try to catch some kingfish on them. So that's what we're doing today. I'm gonna show you exactly what we're using to catch them, the rods, the reels, the gear, and yeah, let's go ahead and get after it. We're gonna go ahead and throw this one in the cooler though, because that's a perfect snack for a big old kingfish. Okay, so today we are using a Piscifun Captain 3000 size spinning reel. I have that paired with 20-pound braid, a 20-pound fluorocarbon leader, which is perfect for these fish. They really don't bite through your line that much, even though they have those big teeth. They're pretty spread apart, so they're not just gonna cut through the line. And then we're throwing a 3/4 or 1 ounce spoon. The smaller the spoon, the better. These fish are feeding on little glass minnows, anything shiny. So anything small, shiny, and moving through the water is gonna get hit. The rod is just a medium action rod. You can use whatever rod you want. They do have a little bit of pull right when they hit. Usually when you get the initial bite, it's gonna yank your line super hard and just hold it there for a second. And you're kind of gonna think you're snagged until you pull them up out of those rocks or out of the current or whatever they're in. So I like to go with at least a medium action rod, but obviously that depends on water depth and the size of these things. They can vary from 8 inches big to almost 3 feet. The ones that we're catching today are probably around 1.5 to 2 feet. This is a perfect setup. So all we're gonna do is we're just gonna take our spoon, whip it out into the current. We're fishing a place called the Texas City Floodgate. And there's a lot of current that runs through here. It's pretty deep, and that's why these ribbon fish like to get up in here. We're just gonna cast it out and just slowly reel it. And there we go, that's one right there. Boom. So, after you catch one, what you can do is you can keep throwing the spoon because as y'all can tell, the spoon's working pretty good today. No need to change it up. But if we want to do something else, we could take these things and cut them into little pieces and see how chrome they are, how shiny they are in the light. They are great bait for catching more ribbon fish. These things are cannibals. They love to eat their own kind. So if you take these, cut them up into little pieces and drift it back in the current, you'll catch just as many. But we're just gonna keep throwing the spoon for now. As you can see, it's pretty easy. We might've got lucky that time because sometimes you cast 100 times and only catch one, but it's on fire right now. There's a ton of them stacked up in here, tons of bait, and these things are feasting on them. Let's go ahead and try to catch some more. All right, there we go, ribbon fish number 2. This is a little bit of a smaller one, but once again, another perfect bait. Ooh, like I'm whacking me. And you gotta watch out for these things. Once again, going back to those teeth. I mean, take a look at that. You don't wanna get your finger near there. And they're like snakes, guys. They'll turn around and bite you on the arm and stuff. So just be very careful, but. Boom, bait number 2 ready for the cooler. We're gonna try to load that thing up. Let's go ahead and throw them in. So far, we're 2 for 2. Here's cast number 3. Letting it sink down maybe about 2 or 3 feet, and then just a nice steady retrieve. Sometimes you have to reel it way slower, and sometimes you have to speed up a whole bunch to get them to bite. But today it's pretty straightforward, just nice and easy. A lot of times ribbon fish will sit right on the bottom, and you kind of jig your spoon off the bottom or use a little shrimp on the bottom or whatever. But today they're up pretty high in the water column. Fortunately, we did not get the 3 for 3, but that's all right. There we go. That's number 3 right there. We're putting together a nice little cooler full of them. Since what y'all saw last, it actually took me about 20 or 30 casts to get another bite. And I finally got these things. They seem to move in little packs. You'll catch one, get a few bites, and it dies out, catch a few more. But y'all check out this cooler. We've actually been catching for quite a while today. I'm down here with a bunch of friends, and we're just trying to make bait for the next time we get some good weather to go off. So I think we have like 25 of them now. So it's looking pretty good, but yeah, we're gonna try to catch maybe, I don't know, as many as we can. We can freeze these things, we can have them for the next year and a half if we wanted to, so. Let's get back out there. Well, the bite has slowed down on this side. The current has started to switch over. So we're gonna go ahead and hop over to the other side of this big wall behind us and fish that incoming tide on the other side. And hopefully those fish are stacked up over there now, waiting for the bait to be pushed through this floodgate. So that right there is a speckled trout. A lot of times when you're throwing these silver spoons for those ribbon fish, you also catch some trout. Trout really love them, and a lot of times they happen to live in the same area. We're gonna hook this guy, get him back. He's not big enough to keep. We're not keeping anything besides those ribbon fish today either. Just coming out here trying to make some bait. But nice little fish, it's gonna release. Throw him out past the rocks, he swam off great. Get the spoon back out there and try again. Hooked up again, y'all, very next cast. Another trout, I believe. It is. Oh, and he's off. That's right, that's a quick release. We got to fight him, didn't even have to touch him. Let's try again. Just casting it out right on the corner of this current. And very slowly reeling it back in. Oh. So today has taken a slight change of course here. We started out catching those ribbon fish. As y'all saw, we caught a whole bunch. We probably caught 25 to 30 of them. But then out of nowhere, the bite completely slowed. We haven't seen any get caught. We have not caught any, and we haven't even seen them jump out of the water in quite a while. So what we've done now is we've cast netted some live baits right here. These are little menhaden, pogies, bunker, whatever you want to call them. These are just babies, and they are a pretty decent bait. So what we're going to do now is we're going to be freelining these things for whatever bites. And this also gives us a chance to catch another type of bait fish, which is known as a ladyfish. And I'll show y'all one whenever we hook into one in a second. But all we're doing is using a little #2 hook. We have our 20-pound leader on there, no weight, nothing like that, completely free lined. We're gonna pick out one of these baits. This is perfect. And we're gonna hook him right down through the belly, just like that. What that's gonna do is that's gonna make him swim down instead of swimming on the surface of the water. And that's gonna hopefully take him down into where the fish are. So now we're just gonna cast him out. All right there. And I'm just gonna leave the bail open, as you can see right here. I have the bail open, I have my finger holding the line. And the reason I'm doing that is because a lot of times when you're freelining, when these fish grab the bait, if they feel tension, they're gonna let it go. So the reason we leave the bail open is so whenever they grab it, you can let the line out and then they don't feel that tension and they'll take that bait and completely eat it. And then all we do is set hook, and we have one right here. Boom, right on cue. Let's see what it is. I don't know what that is. Ladyfish or a trout. It's gonna be a trout. It's a little speckled trout. That's an undersized one, but hey, still a fun fight right there. Like I just showed y'all, this is great for catching tons of different fish. Freelining is one of the most popular and one of the best methods of fishing if you can get it down. It seems simple, but it can be a little tricky at first, and it requires just a little bit of finesse. A lot of times the fish are gonna hit it and they're gonna miss it. You just have to be patient. You have to really kind of work that bait in there and just get them to fall for it and eat the whole thing. Let's go ahead and try again. We'll grab another bait. These guys are kind of starting to die off on me. They don't really last too long. They're not the best baits to keep alive. But we're gonna hook them right there. And I have a few that are dead. We're gonna take these things and we're just gonna use them to chum up the water a little bit, get those fish feeding. We're just gonna toss this guy back out. And just repeat that. Hold the line on it, keep it open, let them eat. Usually whenever you find the fish, if you're freelining, it does not take long to get a bite. It's the most natural presentation you can have for a bait. We just got bit and the fish missed it. As you can see, it killed the bait though. When you're freelining, you do not want a dead bait. So we're gonna toss that guy, chum him in the water, grab another live bait, and do it again. But if your bait dies, go ahead and just do this right here, grab another one, because a dead bait's not gonna do anything good for you. The point is you want them to look natural, you want them to swim around, you want them to run away from those fish and entice a bite. And to do that, you have to have a nice lively bait, not a half dead one. So toss this guy out and see what happens. Oh gosh. No. Leave him alone. I think it's out of him. That's another thing you gotta watch out for. These birds will try to take your bait as soon as it hits the water, because sometimes it takes a while for that bait to get down, so they'll swoop on it and try to grab it. And that always sucks whenever you hook one of those birds that you gotta take, 20 minutes to get that thing untangled in your line. Unfortunately, we just lost our last live bait. I'm gonna show you the reason that we can't catch it anymore. I've been throwing the cast net, but come over here, come look in the shade over here. I don't know if y'all can see, but up against that wall right there, all those little spots you see in the water, that's all jellyfish. And every time we throw the cast net, they're getting caught in it and they're tearing me up. Y'all look at my arm. I have a big old rash from the jellyfish. It burns like heck. It does not feel good. It's all over my legs. It's everywhere. It got on my face whenever I threw the cast net. So for that reason, I'm not gonna throw the cast net anymore, which means that it is a great time to head home and end the video. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you all enjoyed. Don't forget to hit that like button. Subscribe to the True Wildlife channel down below. If you wanna check out the gear I was using today, make sure to head over to PC Fun. Once again, this is a PC Fun Captain 3000 size spinning reel. It's really great for pretty much all inshore stuff in the saltwater. Heck, we even take this offshore and jig around the rigs for whatever bites, little snapper and stuff like that. So check it out. Once again, thank you guys for watching. Until next time, peace.